chaplain will now deliver the closing prayer.
Bow your head. Almighty and merciful God, Father of us all, we beseech thee, look in mercy upon all of us here assembled, and with thine own tenderness, console and comfort those bereaved by the hand of death. Father, bless our country with freedom, peace, and righteousness, and to thy great name shall be praised forever and forever. Amen.
Amen.
I just had one last thing to say. Today, you may have noticed that the Marine Corps flag was held by a gentleman who seemed to be older than even some of us who are older. Don Crocker served in World War II, and this is the first time that he's been able to be a part of our color guard, and we're really just so happy to have him with us, and we're happy to have him be a part of our color guard presentation today. If you would. This concludes our portion of the military honor service. I will turn it now over to the family.
Right from the beginning, I'd like to invite Rich and Margaret to please come up to open this up with the Serenity Prayer.
After a moment of silence, I don't think I need one of these, but good, it's not on. Oh, no, it's perfectly imperfect. God,
grant us serenity to accept the things that cannot change, the courage to change the things that can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Thank you. Dan loved the Serenity Prayer. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Welcome, everyone. My name is Chris Doyle, close friend to Dan. On behalf of his entire family, thank you for coming today to celebrate his life and honor his passing. Daniel Francis Brown, born November 29, 1929, passing away peacefully with family close at hand, May 22nd, 2019, at 89 years young, at the Veterans Hospital in Palo Alto. He had a very long life. He was aware that he had completed everything required of him on earth. To us here today, he was Deli Dan, Downtown Danny Brown, Mustang Danny. To many of us, he was our hero. We learned a new nickname recently, too, while he was in the hospital with his sister. His nickname was Jitterbug, in honor of his dancing skills in high school. Oh, if we had known that, we'd have heard him. And there could be plenty more. I've known Dan for over 20 years. I know many of you here today have a way longer history than I. But I want to start this celebration out with everything that I know Dan loved. First and foremost, he loved being sober, which made the list below even possible. He loved big band music. He loved Frank Sinatra. He loved 80s rock and roll. He loved reading. He'd read sometimes 2 to 3 books a week. Dan loved driving really, really fast. He was definitely a leadfoot. Dan openly loved ice cream. He secretly loved cookies and chips. He loved the El Camino, but he sure loved his Mustangs. The ones I've ever seen him have were always spotless. He loved going to car races. He loved going to the sprints, the Formula Ones, the drags, and the motorcycles, with many of you here today. He He loved spending time with friends, going to sporting events. I lost my place. Oh, he loved concerts. But Dan really loved a good deli sandwich. Yeah. He loved being invited over to someone's house for a good home-cooked meal. And boy, did he sure love the care package that went home after it. Dan also loved the cactuses that were in the backyard. Those were his mom's from like the 70s, and he took really good care of them. Many of us here today have gotten like little babies of those that are turned into some pretty good size, kind of odd-shaped cactuses. Dan loved the TiVo. This man recorded absolutely flipping everything. He did movies, sporting events, TV shows. There would sometimes we'd leave and go, after Monday night meeting, go over to his house and watch Monday Night Football in like 38 minutes. There was no commercials, there was no penalties, there was no huddling, there was no timeouts. That man could work the remote. I don't know how he had it dialed down. He loved going to the movies, both new releases and then the old stuff at the Vine. Casablanca was definitely one of his favorites. He loved holiday gatherings with friends. He loved Super Bowl parties, playoff parties. He loved being part of it. Dan also loved his tools. They weren't really fancy or anything grand about them, but he took really good care of them. Everything had a spot at Dan's house. His home was the same way. His shirts were always ironed. His home was always clean. He loved order. But my experience with Dan, I think this is one of the favorite things that he loved. It'd be Thanksgiving week, and it would also be his belly button birthday week. And Dan was headed to New York. He was going to go see his family, go see his sisters and his brother-in-law. You know, somebody had to take care of the cat. Somebody had to get him the Peacoat. Somebody else had to get him to the airport. There was a lot of back stuff to get Dan on that plane safely. He loved going, and he shared it with me often. He loved to go see his family, and he loved his family a lot. They'd take in a show. They'd eat great food. There'd be lots of laughing, and he always, always had a wonderful time. They were definitely great memories for him. Our first song here today, Jeff, that's the cue. Yeah. represents everything Dan loved and cared about.